Welcome golfers, my name is Adrian Kelly. I am the co-founder and director of instruction here at SLICGOLF, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to hit the driver higher and farther than you ever have. But before I do that, please hit that like button and subscribe button down below so you get notified when we create new content to help you play your best golf.
Okay, so let's talk about a few things that I do to help maximize my distance off the tee. One thing you're going to notice right off the bat, if you look on the right side, I set up with my hands leaning back. Now, I don't prescribe this for everybody, but if you're trying to max out your power, this is one of my first keys. One of the most important things to do to maximize power is hit up on the golf ball. So I am actually presetting with the shaft behind the ball so I can launch this up in the air and I can play a driver with less loft. So when I play with less loft, I'm able to manipulate what's called spin loft. So I'll use these lines here to kind of demonstrate. So this bottom line is my angle of attack. So I can either hit down or I can hit up on the ball. This top line is what we call our dynamic loft. Dynamic loft is just the loft you display of the club at impact. So if I have this spin loft very, very tight, I will maximize my ball speed and minimize my spin. That's why they call it spin loft. If I do this, I put a bunch of loft on, hit down on it, I will hit it with the most spin. And when you're trying to hit the ball hard, especially with the driver and maximize everything, we're trying to launch the ball very, very high with very, very little spin. So what I'm trying to do is create a spin loft that looks like this, where I hit up on the ball with very little loft and launch it at very, very high speeds with very low spin. So I set up behind it with my hands a little behind. Now, one thing you'll notice, as I go back, I still make a very centered pivot. My hips don't sway backwards. Now, I maximize my hip rotation in the backswing. Now, I don't have the most flexible body. I've had some lower back things and some injuries. So for me, it's really important that I feel rotation in my trail quad. You're going to see me rotate that leg open as it extends back, so I can turn my pelvis the most so I don't have to coil a whole bunch. Now, there's obviously going to be some coil, but mark my words, this is not because of flexibility. This is just a how-to thing. So I'm able to make a good full shoulder turn because I made a full pelvic turn, and maybe more importantly, I turned my right quad. If you look at the left side on the side view, you'll see the same thing here. Maximize the trail leg rotation, turn the pelvis the most so I can get the most depth. So these are really, really critical because one of the things you don't want to do, like we said earlier, is spin the golf ball. Fades spin more than draws. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to swing very much from the inside to the out. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that if I swing very, very inside out and I hit level angles of attack, I'm going to hit big pushes and hooks. So let's say I swing out to the right, we'll call it 8 degrees. If I swing out 8, with a 0 degree angle of attack, my club path will be about 8 degrees to the right, which is pretty far to the right. It's going to be big pushes and big curves. So what I've done is I hit up on the ball 4+ degrees, which takes away 4 degrees of inside out. So now my actual club path at impact is 4 degrees, which is very, very good. That's what I want to see. So the way we do this math, every degree I hit up is a degree the path moves left. So my whole swing direction is going to be lined up very much from the inside. And if you watch my downswing, you're going to see that. Drop the club way behind me, very inside the hands. You see I don't spin a whole bunch. And that keeps my path working out to the right. I compensate for that excessive in and out with an upward angle of attack right here. You can see how much I'm rising through the shot. Now here is the big key to power. Right here at the bottom, if you watch my lower half, I'm not really rotating here. Watch my belt buckle closely. It works up, but not very much around. I am releasing my hands and my upper body as hard as I can. You can see I've got a little Scotty Scheffler there on the right side. That's what he's doing too. Minimize the lower body rotation to maximize the snap at the bottom. You'll see I have a lot of backwards bend, good extension, and then I'm going to finish all the way forward on my left foot with a good full finish. You'll see the same thing over here. Now you're going to see a very high exit. I'm going to exit out my face. Now, if I do that with an iron, that's going to be a problem because I hit down on my irons. But because I'm hitting up with the driver, this is actually a helping move for me. That keeps me in the right to left ball flight that I want to see. High pushes and draws, which again takes away the backspin. I can launch this very, very high, hit it very, very straight, and maximize all my levers without having to worry about hitting cuts when I want to hit draws or hitting big curves, right? So the goal with driver is to hit it where you don't lose it and as hard as you can. And then if you can, hit a fairway, right? Those first two are the most important. We can't hit cuts, we want to hit draws. We got to make sure we're in play. And then after that, statistically, it's all about speed. It's all about power. If I only hit 50% fairways, but I can hit it 300 plus yards, that's better than hitting 90% fairways from 250 yards statistically. So hopefully those tips help you. If you've got any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram, send me a message, make a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.